Alright guys, it's time for my Survivor Series pay-per-view review. I just watched the show, well not just, but like half an hour ago, whatever. And I gotta say guys, this was one of the best pay-per-views of the year. I didn't think a pay-per-view could top Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, but this might top them both. Well, you could say it's maybe a close second or tied with those, but I don't know. But it's a really, really good pay-per-view. I don't know if you guys watched it or not. For those who haven't, I really suggest you do. It was a phenomenal pay-per-view. So I'm gonna go over the matches right now, what I thought of them, and basically every promo and all that stuff of the pay-per-view. So the pay-per-view started off with John Laurinaitis coming out and basically saying it's I don't know. I don't even remember what he said. It's nothing important. Okay, then John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler came out. That was the first match of the night. And it was actually a pretty good match. It was a good match. I expected a good match too, seeing this is John Morrison, this is Dolph Ziggler. Both, great in-ring competitors, so should make for a great match, and it did. Lots of counters in the match. And Vicky actually got kicked out of the match at some point, because at some point John Morrison had Ziggler pinned for the 3 count, but Vicky put Dolph Ziggler's foot on the ropes. The ref saw that, so he kicked her out of ringside. So then, it was him and Dolph Ziggler one-on-one, no managers or anything like that. Jack Swagger wasn't there in the first place. And the end comes when John Morrison goes for Starship Pain, but Ziggler puts his knees up and then hits the zigzag for the 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, Dolph Ziggler starts cutting a promo saying how good he is, blah, blah, blah. And then Ziggler comes out. Ziggler's already out. But Zack Ryder comes out. He tries to attack Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler gets the advantage in the beginning, but Zack Ryder quickly, gets the momentum, starts beating up Ziggler, then hits the Rough Rider, and then towards the end, he fist pumps, and the crowd chants woo, woo, woo while he does it. And by the way, the crowd was chanting, I think, "We want Ryder" during the John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler match, which I said I expected, I expected that to happen. I said that in my prediction game video of Dolph Ziggler versus John Morrison, I think. And also, I think I heard some "this is boring" chants during the match. I don't understand that. I think I heard those chants too when, I don't remember what pay-per-view it was. I think maybe Night of Champions, I'm not too sure, but it was Christian versus Sheamus, and people were chanting that. That was weird. But, this match was definitely not boring. I guess they chanted that because they wanted Zack Ryder. They didn't want Morrison. I mean, Morrison's over, but Zack Ryder is better than Morrison in their, their view or whatever. So, next match was the Divas match, Beth Phoenix versus Eve. Actually, I didn't pay too much attention to that, but I know that Beth Phoenix was actually first one to get thrown out of the ring. By the way, this is a lumberjill match, so all the Divas are outside of the ring to throw back, the competitors if they get out of the ring. So Beth gets thrown out of the ring in the face side because there's always, all the face Divas for some reason, are always on the same side together, and all the heel Divas are on the other side together. So the faces, they don't really beat Beth up, they just put her back in the ring. And then at some point, Eve is like on the apron, and one of the, I think it's, who was it? Oh yeah, one of the Bella twins, he grabbed Eve's foot or whatever, but Eve kicked her off or something like that. I don't think Eve got out of the ring completely. I think she was only on the apron, and that's about it. But yeah, the finish comes when, oh yeah, the finish, that was freaking awesome. I was going to forget this, but the finish was awesome. For a Divas match, that was freaking awesome. Not even a Divas match. If this was performed by a male superstar, I would be impressed. That's freaking cool. On the top rope, Eve was on top. I think she was going for the moonsault, but then Beth got on top. And Beth Phoenix won with a glam slam from the top rope. That was awesome. That was a cool looking spot, cool bump. Awesome spot, guys. You should check it out. And then you had a promo backstage between CM Punk and David Otunga. Basically, I think they said Punk has to apologize to Michael Cole or something like that. I don't know, wasn't paying too much attention to it. Nothing really, was special or nothing groundbreaking. But then you had something special. You had The Rock cutting a backstage promo. It's been a long time since The Rock cut a backstage promo, not via satellite, but actually backstage. So cut a long promo, a pretty long promo actually, talking about his history at Survivor Series and Madison Square Garden. He started singing. He started saying his catchphrases. Just a great promo all around. For those Rock fans, you'll enjoy this promo. And then you had the Survivor Series 5-on-5 match. This was a good match, guys. This was a good match. There's something happened in the match. Sin Cara was actually going for a high flying move. He jumped out of the ring and he got hurt. He hurt his knee or something like that. I'm not too sure, but I think he got injured. I think it's legit. It might not be legit, but I'm pretty sure it's legit. I'm 90% sure. It looked legit, and he actually got eliminated because of that injury. Whether it be kayfabe or not. I don't think it's kayfabe. I think it's actually a real injury. They because after Sin Cara fell, like they stalled for a long time. Both the face team and the heel team, they stalled for a very long time. I mean, we had like 5 minutes with no action, with just the face team standing like that, talking to each other, and the heel team doing the same. So I'm pretty sure Sin Cara is out for a while. That's unfortunate, and yeah, they eliminated Sin Cara out of the match because of that. And something I found funny, when Sin Cara was making his entrance, Booker T on commentary was like, Sin Cara's entrance is the most dynamic entrance since Booker T himself. And Michael Cole said, yeah, I bet you, he sensed something along the lines that, Booker T can't do the Sin Cara entrance, with the jumping over the top rope thingy. Whatever, but it was a funny moment. Not Sin Cara getting injured, but the entrance thing where Booker T commentated. And yeah, the match, a very good match. Despite Sin Cara getting injured and eliminated, hey man, it was a freaking good match. After Sin Cara got eliminated, to my surprise, Dolph Ziggler was the first one eliminated. But at the same time, shouldn't come as a surprise because he had a match. So I don't think he was gonna stay. No, I did think he actually was gonna stay for a long time during the match. But thinking about it now, it makes sense for Dolph Ziggler to be the first guy eliminated since he's not at 100%. He's not, he's already competed. So yeah. He got eliminated by an RKO from Randy Orton. And then I think, who else got eliminated? Oh yeah, Mason Ryan. I didn't think Mason Ryan was going to be eliminated this quick, but he did. I think he was beating up Hunico, and then Cody blind tags Hunico. Mason Ryan doesn't see the tag. Cody hits the springboard high kick, followed by the crossroads for the pinfall on Mason Ryan. And by the way, there was some Cody chants. Cody's really over right now. He's a heel, but I was really surprised. By the way, this crowd was freaking good, with the chants. They said a lot of chants I had never heard of before. But so Mason Ryan gets eliminated by Rhodes. Afterwards, Kofi gets eliminated by Swagger. I think not by Swagger, but Swagger distracted Kofi long enough for Wade Barrett to hit the wasteland on Kofi Kingston for the pinfall, and then it left 4 guys on the Team Barrett versus 2 guys on Team Orton. The 2 guys being Sheamus and Randy Orton, of course, the 2 top faces. And Team Barrett still had, Barrett, Hunico, Rhodes, and Swagger. And Sheamus got DQ'd actually. That's the way he got eliminated. I don't know. He was kneeing Jack Swagger in the face for a bunch of times while Swagger was in the ropes. So the referee disqualified him. He counted till 5, and Sheamus kept kneeing Jack Swagger in the face. So he's out of the match. But before he left, he hit the bro kick on Swagger. So Orton pinned Swagger afterwards, and Swagger is eliminated. So it's 3-on-1 now. Orton is the last guy. And then I think Orton, he eliminates Hunico with an RKO. Hunico actually went for a springboard move. I don't know what springboard move he went for. Probably nothing. Because usually when, they get caught with something like that, they just jump, springboard. But they're, straight. You know, they're not trying to perform a move. It doesn't look like they're trying to perform a move. But whatever. He gets hit by the RKO in midair, then gets eliminated. So it's down to Cody and Wade Barrett. At some point, Cody Rhodes, he distracts Randy Orton and basically sacrifices himself since Orton RKO's him. But then Orton turns around, Wade Barrett hits the waistline for the 1, 2, 3, and the heel team wins. That was a big surprise for me. I was expecting Orton and Sheamus to win, you know, being that those two guys are the big faces on SmackDown. You know, two of the biggest faces in the company besides John Cena and CM Punk. Alright, so this match being over, afterwards you had, you know, Del Rio and John Laurinaitis backstage. Del Rio looked pretty old in the promo. I don't know if it's a new haircut or maybe his hair was actually, I think I might have seen some white hairs. I don't know, but something looked weird when I was looking at Del Rio. I don't know, he looked older than usual. I'm not too sure why. But yeah, John was basically telling him if he's taking the championship match seriously. Del Rio was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, then you had Big Show versus Mark Henry. I liked their match at Vengeance. This one, not too much. I mean, the match overall, it started off slow, guys. It was a slow match in the beginning. It was boring in the beginning. In the beginning, you had Mark Henry avoiding Big Show for a very long time. And Big Show, you know, dominating Mark Henry. But the match had its spots, really cool bumps. That, you know, made the match, you know, an okay match. Not a bad match. Without those spots or points in the match would have sucked. But yeah, the points or, you know, bumps or whatever I'm talking about is at some point, Big Show actually hits an arm drag. That was, you know, surprising. And outside the ring, Mark Henry puts the Big Show through the barricade. Well, Big Show is like lying on the barricade, and Mark Henry charges at him and breaks the barricade. You know, the same barricade that breaks all the time, you know, the one next to the ring bell. And then Mark Henry gets in the ring, tries to get a count out, but the Big Show gets back in, and this is the biggest spot of the match. Big Show actually goes for an elbow drop off the top rope. The top rope, not the second one, not the first one, the top one, the third one. That was very surprising. He took forever though to hit it. I mean, he was on top of there for a long while. Seemed like he was scared of of height, you know. But then that was cool. That was a cool moment. I think when he hit it, the crowd was actually chanting Randy Savage because of the elbow drop. And at some point, Big Show goes for a choke slam. Henry kicks Big Show in the foot, then goes for the world's strongest slam, but Big Show kicks out. The end comes when Big Show goes for the knockout punch, and Mark Henry ducks and low blows the Big Show, thus ending in a disqualification. I wanted this to end in a clean pinfall, preferably, you know, Mark Henry winning this match with a pin, but it didn't happen that way. Big Show wins, but not the championship. After the match, Mark Henry tries to break Big Show's ankle again, but Big Show rolls out of the way, puts the chair on Mark Henry's ankle, and leg drops the chair. Now, the thing that I'm wondering here is Mark Henry going to be out now for a long while? Because this guy's the champion right now. So why do that? You know, he's the champion. I don't get that. Is he going to be on SmackDown, you know, on Friday, walking like normal? I don't know. I mean, Big Show, when Mark Henry did the same to him, he was out for 3 months, 4 months. Obviously, the champion, if he's going to remain champion, he's not going to be out for that amount of time. So, what's going to happen? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see for that. And, actually, in the match, we had some Daniel Bryan chants and a lot of other chants that I didn't even get. I didn't even hear well. So, yeah, a lot of chants. The crowd was very loud. I mean, I know the Money in the Bank crowd was amazing, a loud crowd. I like those type of crowds. This crowd was great too. I don't know which one was better, but both were great. And afterwards, I think you had what match did you have after that, man? I think it's the WWE Championship match or a promo. Oh yeah, Wade Barrett cut a promo, a short promo, you know. Matt Striker was interviewing him and basically asking him about his victory. And then Miz and R-Truth interrupt, and that makes for a funny promo. R-Truth talks about pigeons and how pigeons, how he was talking to the pigeons, and the pigeons were talking back, and that the pigeons don't talk. The only thing they do is crap. Crap all over the place, just like John Cena and The Rock. So The Miz says John Cena and The Rock are pieces of crap or something like that. And then this is the funny part. R-Truth says tonight. I think he says tonight the crap gets got or something like that. I don't know, but it was a good promo. It's a funny promo. I'm kind of pissed that I forgot some of the promo, but if you get a chance to check it out, go check out that promo. Good promo by R-Truth. And then you had the WWE Championship match. Something I found pretty cool in the beginning of the match. You know how Del Rio has his personal ring announcer. You know that Ricardo Rodriguez guy. Well, CM Punk Justin Roberts, he said, after Del Rio came in the ring and all that stuff, Justin Roberts said, and now please, I would like to introduce by CM Punk's request, his personal ring announcer, and Howard Finkel came out, and he was CM Punk's personal ring announcer for the night, and he was actually crying, I think, because of the crowd reaction he got. The crowd was chanting his name and all that stuff. And he took some time for the announcing, but eventually he did the announcing. CM Punk came out, and to a huge pop. Like I said, the crowd was amazing. Obviously, they're gonna pop for Punk, and boo for the people that suck. Boo more than ever. Whatever. Good match, very good match, very back and forward match. It wasn't one-sided. I'd say it's 50-50. Both guys got their offense in, a lot of offense in, a lot of reversals. Just a great match overall. I mean, Del Rio, I don't really like him on the mic. It's kind of boring. But in the ring, he's great. So is CM Punk. And, CM Punk actually wins the match with the Anaconda Vice. And, after he wins the match, he goes to celebrate with the fans. He actually jumps, with the fans in the crowd. On the left side, I think, first. And then on the right side of the crowd, too. So, CM Punk is your new WWE Champion. I'm guessing TLC will have a rematch, maybe in a ladder or tables match. Who knows? Should be good anyways. And afterwards, you had the main event. This is the match everybody was looking forward to. First off, The Miz and R-Truth came out, did their remix, which they haven't done in a while, huh? On Raw, they haven't done it in a while, so I was happy about that. And then John Cena came out to a huge amount of boos. In the beginning of John Cena's theme song, you hear, these little chants or cheers from the kids and the women. And then right after that small amount of time where people are cheering, you hear a huge amount of boos. This time, though, it was even more boos, because you're in Madison Square Garden. Lots of boos. And afterwards, The Rock comes out, obviously, to probably the biggest pop of the nights. I don't know if it's The Rock got the biggest pop or maybe CM Punk. I think it's The Rock, yeah. And, The Rock came out. He looked better than ever. He's ripped now. And they had a great match. It was a long match. And actually, The Rock started off the match. It was The Rock and The Miz starting off the match. I was expecting John Cena to fight for most of the match and then towards the end tag in The Rock for the win, which, happens most of the time when somebody big comes back or something like that. But I was really surprised with The Rock actually doing a lot of work in the ring, so that was cool. But towards the middle of the match, it was mostly John Cena getting dominated by The Miz and R-Truth. But, it was a good match. I don't know if it really was a good match, or if I was just really, happy and excited because The Rock was in the ring and, he was back in action. The end comes when The Rock hits the people's elbow on The Miz, and, he scores the pinfall for the team. And after the match, actually, John Cena just gets out of the ring. He gets out of the ring, he's at the ramp, and he actually claps for The Rock. And by the way, in the match, they had a couple arguments or whatever. Oh, yeah, in the match, something I found funny was John Cena and The Rock, were trying to impress each other, okay? And John Cena goes for a monkey flip, which I don't think I've ever seen Cena do that. Or maybe I've seen him do it once, I don't know. Does a monkey flip followed by a dropkick. And then the crowd, I think, chants right after, "You still suck." That was hilarious, The crowd just freaking great, like I said. But yeah, Cena was clapping on the ramp after The Rock wins. The Rock tells him to come back in the ring. The music stops. And he tells Cena basically to go celebrate on the turnbuckle. And he'll do the same. The Rock celebrates on the turnbuckle. Everybody pops. Cena does the same. Everybody boos. They do it one more time, I think, or The Rock does it one more time. And towards the end, John Cena goes to leave. The Rock turns him around, rock bottom, to end the show. We end the show with The Rock celebrating, and Cena. Well, actually, Cena didn't. He didn't really sell the rock bottom that much. I mean, The Rock hit the rock bottom, and then Cena basically rolled out of the ring, holding his back, and just walked away holding his back. I don't think Cena's ever been, a great seller. I mean, I remember WrestleMania 23 where he faced Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was like working John Cena's leg for the longest time. And at some point, John Cena just, runs and all that stuff like nothing happened, like his leg's all fine. But anyways, man, this video is like 20 minutes long. This is the longest video I've ever done. Longest commentary, longest review, whatever. So anyways, guys, show was great. Great show, guys. Awesome pay-per-view. And yeah, that's basically it. Stay tuned for this Tuesday, guys. WWE 12 comes out. And I'll be posting up a lot of WWE12 gameplay, so look forward to that. If you haven't already, subscribe. And that's about it, guys. See ya.